Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to the Thursday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. And today in studio, returning for a second time, is David from Walking Taco today.
Thanks for having me again, Larry.
Thanks for coming back.
Yep.
So, I've never heard of a walking taco. You guys have never heard of a walking taco. Tell us, first, I want them, because maybe people didn't see you last time, give them a little history of you, then tell them what a walking taco is.
Yeah, so I started with a couple of food trucks in 2016 in Denver, and we just keep continuing on to new and different concepts to kind of try and be a one-stop shop for food trucks. And so then I had a friend who had just moved back. He was doing some private chefing out in the East Coast, Hamptons area. And so him and I were talking, and we were doing a couple different caterings together. And we were talking about how popular tacos were, but you don't want to be just another taco truck. And so, taco trucks are a dime a dozen in Denver, so we figured let's do something different, maybe make it a little more unique. And then he thought of like a walking taco, and to me, being from Iowa, that's what I had for my high school graduation party. And so,
what did it look like in Iowa?
In Iowa, I'm going to take a Doritos bag, kind of crumble it up. You can call it a Dora Nacho. Top it with meat, cheese, lettuce, sour cream, salsas, and we thought that was cool, but who's paying for a Dorito bag full of meat? And so the walking taco was born, and we kind of just spiced it up a little to make it a little fancier.
So this is your version of it. This isn't what you grew up eating.
No, this is a much fancier version, kind of coming a little more chef-inspired than my Midwestern parents who make lasagna and goulash and stew and not very creative with food.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to make me one? Is that what we're going to do?
Yep. So we start every walking taco with some home fried tortilla chips. So we take your regular corn tortillas and we strip them up and then put them in the fryer and kind of twist them so they get a little volume to them. Every tortilla we have a chili lime dust that we use on top of it. So you put them in here in the container. We use a Chinese takeout container. It just makes it a little more fun, a little more flavorful. And it kind of the point of the walking taco is all the taco, none of the mess. So when you got it in a container, there's literally, the only spill you're going to do is if you accidentally drop it on your head. So from there, we got the chili lime dusted tortilla strips. We're going to go, today we have a chicken, a pork, and a barbacoa. And all of our meats are smoked, so we're going to top the walking taco with some meat. From there, we add our cheese. We use a cheddar jack cheese. We put it on top of the meat, so that way the hot meat, cold cheese, it kind of melts, strings, and gives you a nice little, cheesiness to it. On top of that, we're going to do a little bit of shredded lettuce. And we're going to make sure it goes in the container just like that. Top it with, we have a salsa roja. Top it with a salsa verde. And then, you could choose if you want sour cream or not on top of it. And so that right there from the top is a walking taco. You can't see it down, but you dig your fork in and it just comes up just perfectly.
Okay. Josh wants it on the close-up. Got it? Okay.
So I'll make the other one real quickly for you. So we have a couple of them. So this one's going to be our pork. So we have a smoked pork, smoked beef, and then we have a shredded chicken that we call kind of a southwestern chicken. On the truck, we also carry a vegan crumble. So we do have a vegan. We have a black bean. And so we have something for everyone. The vegan, we just don't do the cheese, but we have a nice salsa that we make and a salsa verde. So this one is going to be that. That one's going to be the pork. And from the top, they do all look pretty similar. We also specialize in tachos. And you might wonder what a tacho is, but it's just a tater tot nacho, kind of blended together. So you get a bowl of tater tots in there. And then you top it with your meats and your cheeses. And from there, everything kind of looks just like a walking taco, except it's on a bed of tater tots instead of on a bed of tortilla chips.
And do you put that also in the Chinese to-go container?
We do not. That we use a 200-pound boat. I call it, or a 2-pound boat.
Like 200.
I call it 200 because it says 200 in the pound sign.
Oh, okay.
So that's always what I tell people, and they give me a funny look. And they're like, that's a lot. No, it's just a 2-pound paper container. So right there, chicken, pork, and beef.
That's pretty fast and easy to make for you guys. And
very
all the
fast,
meat's
very
pre-cooked.
easy. Yeah, yep.
It has to be.
And when you come up, it's pretty quick. We can do it pretty fast. So if there's a long line, it won't take long. We do move pretty fast.
What are you charging for something like this?
So they depend. We have a ground sirloin. That's 11. For these with the specialty meats, we go for 12. And the vegan is at 12 as well. So usually about that $11 to $12 price point. But it is pretty filling, and it makes you feel fresh. You don't feel heavy when you eat
Yeah,
it.
so it's all the ingredients of a taco, but without the mess. Because I don't understand like the hard shell taco thing. You take a bite and then it falls apart.
Either that, or you got the corn tortilla, or even the flour ones. You bite into it and then it kind of droops. Next thing you know, you got salsa on your shirt, and that's not a good look for a date. So we figured the walking taco, where you could have everything with no mess.
Okay, now where can people find you?
Where can people find us? So we're at different neighborhoods, school events. We're kind of all over town. The best way to find us is email us at info@thewalkingtaco.com. We'll give you a couple different times we might be in your neighborhood. We do travel all throughout the metro, so we're up north, Broomfield, Westminster. We also come down south, Parker, Littleton, Lone Tree, Castle Rock.
There's a website that they could see the schedule, isn't there?
That'll be live within the month. So we'll have that live at thewalkingtaco.com, and that'll be live within a month. And but for now, for the next 2 weeks, it's info@thewalkingtaco.com, and we'll tell you exactly where we're going to be.
And people could rent this truck for their home parties too?
They could, yep. We do a lot of private parties right now. So we go to your neighborhood. We'll set up at your house. We'll feed your friends, your family, high school graduation, bar mitzvah, college graduation, you name it, we're there. We're doing a couple weddings and a lot of school events right now. So we might even be at your local elementary if you're having a back to school night or a high school football game that other schools might have. So we do all those, and best way to get to us is email us at the info@thewalkingtaco.com.
What's your minimum?
My minimum usually starts about $1,000. So at a $12 price point, you're looking at about 82 people is roughly included in your first minimum. And then from there, it depends on, if it goes up with more people.
What's the most you think you can do?
Most we could do, the sky's the limit actually. So we've done 300 people in an hour and a half before. So it's a pretty fast concept. It's just making a taco. So if you can't make a taco fast, go to someone else. So.
Do I push down and break it up and swirl it around?
I go straight to the bottom, try and bring up a couple chips with it, and then you get a little meat and everything, and it comes right up.
Oh, the meat's right there. I want to get a perfect bite. There, I got a little chip, a little meat.
Got a little bit of everything.
One more chip. Are you going to be back here tomorrow, or are you sending somebody else?
I will probably be back here.
So tell them who's coming on tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're coming with the Colorado Pig Rig, little homemade barbecue and barbecue sauce.
And we'll be doing that 11:30 live again. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Let's eat.
Good?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.